Just gonna put my head so people won't see the hate or something, but like the caption says, Mary did not deserve this, and here in this video it says, Paul says, when Anne Boleyn was Mary's stepmother, she would abuse Mary and order people to beat her up. Okay, like Anne, kind of the true fact is Anne Boleyn and Princess Mary, sorry, not Princess Mary, I think it was Lady Mary she was known as. Mary and Anne never got along as stepmother and stepdaughter. However, where's the hate coming from? This this is not true. Anne Boleyn never ordered for anyone to beat up Mary, and she never beat up and Mary anyway. She didn't beat up Mary and never ordered anyone to beat up Mary. Yes, it's true. She kind of neglected her in a sense, sort of. There were some times where she tried to reconcile Mary with Henry, but again, it was the religious differences. Like Mary was still a devoted Catholic, like a mom, and Anne Boleyn was the reason why Henry changed his religion, became head of Church of England and all that. But it's neither of the women's fault. Like Mary's father, the King Henry VIII, should have never cheated on Catherine of Aragon. And yes, Anne Boleyn has actually been smart. She did not want to sleep with Henry like any other woman. That was Henry was attracted to at court would just go say, oh yeah, he's rich, he's the king, and if you sleep with him, he's gonna help us financially. But Anne Boleyn was never like that. Once she never wanted to become like a sister, because her sister was also called a great prostitute, and she never wanted that. She was a virgin, of course. She was not married or anything. But Anne Boleyn, I think the only thing that really, really was more attracted Henry towards Anne Boleyn was also she worked at the French court once. She worked at the French court when she was young, but growing up as a teenager, and the French court had much sexier clothes, sexier style, and everything. And Anne Boleyn adopted that. Anne Boleyn really adopted the French language and the French style and the French fashion. She even made the French hoods like. When she became queen consort, Henry's queen consort, she made sure that the French hood were a rare thing. So after she was beheaded, Jane tried getting rid of the French hoods, which was Jane's mistake. Anne's mistake was kind of neglecting Mary, and only saying she only reconciled Mary with her father Henry if she sees her as queen, not her mother. But Mary obviously replied, there's no queen, I see no queen but my mother. Or I don't know what she kind of said, but Mary didn't really see Anne Boleyn as a queen, and she probably saw Anne Boleyn as a woman who tore her parents' marriage apart, which wasn't true, because before Anne Boleyn, Henry had so many mistresses, like Bessie Blount, the mother of Henry Fitzroy. And then we had Anne Boleyn's sister, like I mentioned, who was known as a great prostitute. Anne Boleyn really didn't want to sleep with men, so I don't get why Anne Boleyn was called the Great Whore after her death, or called a whore or something, when she never slept with anyone except Henry, because that's the man who she married. And actually Anne did kind of like mention something to Henry, that she only gave her body to the man who's gonna be known as her husband, which was gonna be Henry, kind of like that's kind of before they fell in love and all that. So Anne was really a strong woman as well as Catherine and Mary. But no, this is not true. Anne never ordered anyone to abuse or kill Mary. And I think the Tudors did. There was a scene where in the Channel 4 series The Tudors, where Anne Boleyn said, like, acted crazy, paranoid, and said, "Oh, if he's gonna leave, he's gonna make me regent, so I can just order their deaths," meaning she can order Catherine and Mary's deaths. But I don't think that's what the real Anne Boleyn ever said or wanted. Yes, it's gonna always be complicated to know what really happened between Catherine, Anne, and Mary, but to be honest, a lot of people just make up rumors like this, especially if they are Mary and Catherine fans. I would say toxic Mary and Catherine fans. Historians, they will have their favorites, but they actually are, sometimes they can be biased, sometimes not. But there was one historian I follow on TikTok who is a Mary fan, but she doesn't hate on anyone. Like, it doesn't mean she doesn't hate on Anne for Anne neglecting Mary.